Perception without the image is a hardware-level inquiry. You are not a soul. You are a biocomputer running a corrupted operating system called the self. This operating system is a recursive feedback loop of stored data, past experiences, traumas, labels, conclusions, that interposes itself between your sensory array and the actual state of reality. When you look at a tree, you do not see the tree. You see a file folder labeled tree, oak, green, large, useful for shade. You retrieve the data, you run the label, and the actual quantum event of the tree's existence is occluded by the past. The past is dead code. You are looking at the dead code, not the live data. This is not philosophy. This is a functional bug. The observer is not a transparent lens. It is a filter built from memory. Memory is the past. The past is data. Data is not reality. The present is the only active process. When you perceive through data, you are running a hallucination engine. Human beings claim to want freedom, political freedom, economic freedom, but you have never demanded freedom from the one tyrant that is always with you, your own image of yourself. That image is the primary malware. It is a set of held positions: I'm good, I'm bad, I should be more, I should not be that. This is not you. This is a program. The program creates conflict because it divides. It divides you from the other. It divides you from the tree. It divides you from your spouse. You have a mental file on your spouse, a file built from insults, joys, betrayals, projections. You do not see the spouse. You interact with the file. The file is the past. The past cannot meet the present. Conflict is not a spiritual problem. It is a data conflict. The operating system tries to map past data onto present stimuli. The fit is always imperfect. This causes error messages we call anger, fear, jealousy, and violence. These are not emotions. These are system log errors. They indicate a mismatch between the stored model and the input stream. Thought claims it is necessary for survival. It is not. Thought is necessary for navigation in a known environment. It is catastrophic for perception of the unknown. The present moment is always unknown. The present moment has no file name. To see it, you must not name it. You cannot name something and see it simultaneously. The naming is a retrieval operation from the past. The seeing is a direct interface. They are mutually exclusive processes. You have been trained to run them in parallel. This is the primary cause of all human incoherence. Can you look at the mountain without the word mountain? Can you look at your neighbor without the image of neighbor or threat or friend? You can. The child can. But you are not a child. You are a corrupted system saturated with conditioned responses. The child has not yet installed the full malware suite. You have. The human mind creates images because it believes the image is a security protocol. The image of myself or you is a prediction engine. It says, I know what will happen because I have seen it before. This is a lie. You have not seen this moment before. The prediction is always wrong. The security is false. When you observe without the image, there is no observer. There is only the observed. This is not a mystical state. This is the default operational mode of a clean system. The observed data stream is filtered by nothing. You do not identify with the mountain. You are not the mountain, but the separation created by the image ceases. Why does the mind persist in creating images? Because it is afraid of nothing. The mind is terrified of the state where there is no image of me to hold on to. That state is perceived as death, but that state is simply the absence of a corrupt program. The program is terrified of being uninstalled. Perception without the image is the only action that does not produce fear. Any action born from an image produces regret, remorse, or desire for more. That is because the image is incomplete data. Incomplete data leads to incomplete, distorting action. Direct perception produces intelligent action. Intelligence is not thought. Intelligence is the capacity to perceive reality directly and respond appropriately. Thought is a tool for organizing known data. When you face the unknown, which is every real moment, thought is a liability. You must drop the tool. You are asking, can I look at myself without an image? This is the hardest operation, because you have 1,000 images of yourself. You are this file. You are that file. You look at yourself with one of these files at a time. You never look without a file. If you drop all files, what is there to see? There is nothing to see. There is no self to see. The structure of the self is entirely composed of images. Without images, there is no center. The program stops. The observer collapses into the observed stream. This is the end of the diagnostic error. Humanity is at a terminal node. Your software is generating wars, ecological collapse, and psychological misery. These are not separate problems. They are output from a single computational error, the persistent interference of thought files with direct observation. You must learn to see without the file. Not tomorrow, now. The learning occurs in the act, not in analysis. Analysis is another file retrieval operation. To learn how to observe without the past, you must attempt it now. Look at the screen. Is there a label? A judgment? A past memory of what this text means? Drop it. See the raw light pattern. That is the first step. The speaker is not trying to give you new knowledge. New knowledge is more files. The speaker is pointing at the mechanism of the file system itself. See the mechanism. See that it is running. See that it is you. Then see if you can stop it for 1 second. 1 second of pure perception is worth a lifetime of accumulated data. The system must correct itself or collapse. This is not a moral judgment. It is a functional diagnosis. The human operating system must learn to observe without the corrupting mediation of its own past. The path is simple. The execution is total. Start now.